Hello everyone, I'm Ep56,
And I am Sandman 99.
and we're back with Fallout 4 G9-13 playthrough.
Yes, and we are in foggy Far Harbor. And so we are here mainly to look for what we've been tasked by Mr. Dr. Pepper to do, and that is traveling to the Vim factory to retrieve a special injector and compressor assembly for his soda machine. But we're going to do a little side trip, and we're going to go on a little quest. And it's going to be the quest for the legendary Ripper at Echo Lake Lumber.
Oh, is this that one you've been talking about that does the stagger?
Yes, actually, I read an article, and we're going to go without old, what's his name there? The guy who's sitting in the bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we may come back here someday, but I don't really want to get hung up in the Arcadia thing and do that side quest and all that kind of nonsense. I would rather just go pass through these areas and go and get that Ripper, which is, by the way, apparently a ooh, okay. All right.
He's giving you trouble there. Really?
Yeah.
You disarm him so he starts throwing out the kung fu kicks.
Yeah, well, I can do that too, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. I was using that legendary bolt-action shotgun that I found. A rapid, calibrated, powerful bolt-action shotgun, and I was able to find enough materials to upgrade it completely. Oop. That guy is a legendary stalking trapper.
Well, he soaks up shotgun shells like crazy.
Yep, he does. But if you shoot him in the face enough, then eventually that will be it for him.
Start to wear down the man's face with shotgun shells. Yeah, you shoot him once, he looks like the Terminator.
Yeah. Kind of hard to see that guy. He's hiding behind a
Fabric thing.
fabric thing.
Well, apparently fabric things aren't bulletproof.
Yeah. Looks like he's shooting at me with a shotgun too, though.
It would seem so.
Gotcha. But, like I said, the shotgun I'm using, like I was saying in the last episode, we designed these guns specifically to fire at medium to long-ish, I guess, the short part of long range.
Yeah.
They'll work at point-blank range if need be, but for the most part, we're more interested in long range, or like medium to long range weapons.
Yeah, well, I think the trade-off is that they only fire 4 pellets, right? If I recall.
Yeah, actually, this is very loosely based, I suppose, off of a real-life, like comparison that would be like a what's called a 410 shotgun with a, I guess, buckshot for a 410 only fires 4 pellets or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I think is what that is. And we did a little bit of reading about this. But anyway, and apparently the reason that the shotgun, the 410 shotgun, is called a 410 is because that's an actual caliber rather than a gauge like the other shotguns, like a 12 gauge or a 20 gauge or a
Yeah.
whatever, right?
But since we didn't want to make a special ammunition for it, it just fires shotgun shells. You pick up this generic thing called shotgun shells.
Every other shotgun in the game just fires shotgun shells, so why shouldn't this one?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, if you can pick up a combat shotgun and it fires the same shells that the old-fashioned break-action shotgun fires, I mean,
everything fires this magical thing called shotgun shells.
That's right. Oops. Wrong button. I can't figure out the damn buttons again because I've been...
Too much oblivion.
Yeah. Actually, we'll just, yeah.
No, they don't like getting frozen very much.
Well, also this gun has the kneecapper effect on it. So it's, you know, like it's like the Ruger Mark V, if you choose the science-y perks, I guess, for it, or mods for it, if you have skill in science, then you can do things like make it do cryo damage or fire damage or plasma damage, you know, like that kind of thing, right? Depending on your preference, I guess. I like the cryo damage. It's, you know, it's like you saw there, it kind of freezes them solid sometimes. Weaker opponents anyway. Like, it doesn't do a whole lot against, you know, stronger opponents. But what this gun has is it has the legendary, like I got lucky and I found a gun that has the legendary kneecapper effect.
Yep.
So even if it doesn't freeze enemies solid, well, it still... I am gonna get this figured out yet. Okay. Also, I've been playing a lot of Fallout New Vegas recently, and the control scheme for that one is slightly different than for this as well. So
we're gonna have to go through the effort one of these days to get all your controls remapped to be the same for every game.
Well, anyway.
I know when I was playing Fallout New Vegas, one of the things that screwed me up really bad was that it was E to pick up things instead of spacebar, and I think I mentioned this in a previous episode, but I actually changed the control to spacebar just so that I could tolerate the control scheme. And then there's still also R is draw and put away weapon instead of F, which is what it is in Oblivion. It's F, and so I still get those two mixed up all the time. And so, you know, when I play Oblivion, I'm always going in and out of third person by accident now.
Yeah, well, I was playing Oblivion this morning again, too. And, you know what? We're going to have to do that What We Would Like to See video series here one of these days.
Yeah.
Because, boy, there's a lot of stuff going on in Oblivion that I wish they had kept for Skyrim. And hope they bring some of that back.
Indeed.
So if you're a power armor fan, there happens to be a full set of T51 power armor and a nice Vim soft drink paint job here.
Yep.
Yeah. But I'm not really a power armor guy, so I'm just going to leave it there.
And also screw Vim, apparently.
Well, Mr. Dr. Pepper doesn't seem to like Vim very much. If he said that what did he say? The screams of the first taste test can still be heard echoing through the woods today?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. All I know is my programmer's text editor is called Vim.
Is it?
So whenever I hear Vim, that's what I think of.
Oh, okay, that's a side road. Don't want to go up there. So it's kind of hard to navigate here in Fallout, in Far Harbor. Okay, well, this thing is pretty much a pop gun.
Well, especially against these guys. Well, you crippled him, but you're gonna need, like, all of the rest of your ammunition to actually kill him, so...
Yeah, well, you know what, we'll switch to this.
There you go. You killed him in less than 40 shots.
Yeah. And actually, Fallout New Vegas, I really hope that they take a serious look before they come out with Fallout 5, or whatever they're planning on calling it. I hope they take a serious look at bringing back many features that are in Fallout New Vegas, because you know what? I only just recently discovered Fallout New Vegas, but if I had discovered it years ago when it first came out, I would have probably played that game for 12,000 hours. And I might yet anyway. Because it's a great game. It's, in my opinion, actually better than this game in many ways. I mean, obviously, graphically speaking, this game has received a huge overhaul, and it, is much better looking. You can make better looking characters.
Yeah, it's technologically superior.
The scenery is better.
But,
like the vegetation is much more lifelike looking and that kind of stuff. That generally the meshes and textures are just more advanced. But
they're just small things like bullet counted reloads.
Yes, actually. We actually have to have... We need to kill this thing. We actually have to have a mod in this game in order to reload the number of shots that we actually fire from a gun. So I have a mod called Bullet Counted Reload. Okay? And when I fire one shot from this shotgun now, when I reload, it reloads one shot. But without that mod, basically, even if you only fire one shot,
you always reload 5.
You always reload 5, right? All the time, every time.
But in Fallout New Vegas,
New Vegas, there are all sorts of guns that like particularly lever action guns and that kind of thing. There's actually quite a few different variants of them, even.
Yeah.
Like there's the cowboy repeater, and there's the brush gun, and there's actually, I think, at least 2 other versions of lever action rifles. And all of them act as though they had the mod Bullet Counted Reload.
Because it's just built into the game.
Because it's built into the game. And I don't know why they did away with that here, right? It doesn't make any sense. But another thing that they did away with is, like, you'll notice that I have this, shotgun or any other weapon that I'm carrying holstered, and it's visible.
Yep.
And that's because I have a mod that allows that. But without that mod, you don't see any holstered weapons. So when you holster your weapon, it just disappears into thin air.
Yep.
But in Fallout New Vegas,
it's yet another built-in feature.
It's yet another built-in feature. Every weapon in the game has a in-world third-person model that shows up on your character whenever you holster that weapon. Whether it's a revolver or a rifle or even heavier weapons like flamers and stuff like that, right?
And so although Fallout 4 is technologically superior, they also ended up skimping out on a lot of the small details and immersion stuff.
Yes, actually they took away a lot of things that I consider to be features that make Fallout New Vegas particularly enjoyable, actually. And, of course, another thing is, in Fallout 4, like, I created a mod, basically, that turns all... Is that thing going to chase me, or is he going to not bother now? Looks like he's not going to bother. I created a mod that basically turns all 3 of the vanilla revolver types so that they all fire as if they were double action revolvers.
Yeah.
And that's because when you look at the reload animation for those revolvers, they all reload like a double action revolver, where you swing the entire chamber, like cylinder, out and eject all of the spent shells at the same time, and then like swing it back in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out which way I want to go here in this branch. Okay. And But the thing is, in this game, the vanilla, those guns all fire as if they're single action revolvers. Like you have to manually, what's that? You have to, wow, that looks like it might be pretty tough. You have to manually cock the hammer before you can fire each and every shot.
And also, I guess the single-action revolver firing animation in New Vegas is quite a bit smoother, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And it's also faster. So you can actually fire a single-action revolver in Fallout New Vegas almost as fast as you can fire a double-action revolver here in Fallout 4.
Yeah.
And that's because, instead of taking like 2 seconds to cock the hammer after every shot, basically as soon as you pull the trigger, well, your character's already cocked the hammer for the next shot, right?
Yep.
And also the reload animation for those guns is awesome. Because a single action revolver, particularly, has a much different way to reload it. And it usually has it's either a break action, so it breaks open kind of like a shotgun, or you have like a little door that swings open on the right-hand side behind the cylinder, and then you have to basically manually eject one shell at a time, and then replace it with a fresh one.
Yep.
And then turn the cylinder by hand, and then repeat that process until you've reloaded every spent cartridge, right?
Yep.
And they actually do that in Fallout New Vegas. So they could have done that here. If they wanted to make revolvers in Fallout 4, single-action revolvers, well, they could have, had the single-action revolver reload animation too to be consistent, right?
Yes, they have the technology.
Yeah, they had the technology 15 years ago. It's just that they chose not to use it, I guess.
Yeah.
Am I still on the road here? Man,
No, you've deviated off the road slightly.
I can't even find the road.
You need to go
I gotta go that way.
Yep.
Okay.
You got all mixed up, I think, when you ran through that little part of the road that was sunk.
Yeah, well, the road just kind of disappears. It's hard to navigate in Far Harbor because of the fog and because the roads are so badly damaged that half the time they disappear, and you have to kind of connect the dots, right?
And I mean, that isn't to say that Fallout 4 is all bad. I mean, you really, really, really like the settlement building type of thing, for example.
Yes, actually, they did add many good features in this game, too. So I'm not complaining, I'm just comparing. I think I missed the turn that I wanted to take, too. Yeah. I'm just comparing an older, I guess, chapter of this game series to this one.
Yeah.
And, like I said, oh.
Walk around corner, encounter massive ghouls.
And like I said, this game is much more visually stunning, than Fallout New Vegas is, simply because they had the technology improvements, I guess, and that gives them the ability to make it that way, right? But they shouldn't have let go a lot of these features that we've been talking about from Fallout New Vegas, because Fallout New Vegas is a great game.
Yeah, it could have been a very solid thing that you just continue to build upon over and over and over.
Yeah, there was certainly no reason why they had to lose, visible holstered weapons or proper reload animations for the types of guns that you're using. I mean, it's one thing to replace a magazine if you're using a gun that uses some sort of clip or box magazine or whatever, and you reload it, well, fine, like you're going to replace the entire magazine when you reload it. Mm-hmm. But if you're firing a revolver, well, why would you, if you wanted to reload it and replace 2 spent cartridges, why would you swing the whole thing open and eject all the shells and then replace them, when you could just, you know, even with the double action revolver, they could have still had the cylinder swing out, and then you just pick out the spent shells and replace them with new ones, right?
Yep.
Anyway, we have arrived at Echo Lake Lumber. And it sounds like we're not alone. Looks like we're not alone either.
Oh. Hey, you know what? It was a stealth kill, okay?
Not
Perfect
so stealthy,
stealth.
because that one found me.
Yeah, check now.
I'll just quickly reload while I have an idle moment here. I love this shotgun. So this shotgun is actually the result of about 3 different mods, because the original shotgun was the Sjogren Inertia shotgun, of course, that the original creator
Yep.
put into the game. But he did not give this gun any custom receivers and that sort of thing. What he did instead is he just gave a ability on the workbench to say, I want this gun to do 100% or 120% or 150% or whatever damage. Right?
Hey there, buddy. How's it going? It's an awkward place to drop down. But yeah, continue.
And so there wasn't really much in the way of customization, and you didn't really need any gun nut perks or anything like that to do that. So, you know, like, it was a pretty simple mod as far as that kind of thing went. And then, of course, I have a patched mod, basically, that I downloaded that allows for, you know, like, receivers. So this gun now, instead of just basically having the basic receiver that the thing had, has an advanced receiver.
Yep.
Right? Because I've got gun nut rank 4, and I had the ability to put an advanced receiver on this gun. And then I downloaded another mod, and here we go. There's the Harvester. With a chance to stagger own hit.
The whole thing we came here for.
Yep. Oh, jeez.
Well, it took all 5 shells to kill.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, well, so much for him. Now I'm thirsty and have to have a drink of water. So anyway, so downloaded another mod so that I could put... A guy basically just released a patch for the original mod that allowed you to do different receivers on the workbench.
Yep.
And then, of course, when the mod came out for the visible holstered weapons, well, there was a patch that came out that allows this weapon to be visible when it's holstered.
Yep.
Without that patch, of course, it just becomes an invisible thing. It disappears when you holster it.
Yep.
And then, of course, I also have bullet counted reload, and I got the bullet counted reload patch for this gun.
Damn, so that's like 4 separate mods.
So that's like 4 separate mods to make this shotgun give this shotgun the experience of using it that it has.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not sorry that I did, because it is a really, really good gun. And I really liked it even at its basic. But the guys who did the various patches to improve on it, I mean, that just shows you how well regarded by other people this gun was, and how popular it was that 3 other modders would make patches for their mods for this gun, right?
Yo, they did a fantastic job.
Yep, they did. It's very seamless, and it works just like, you know, any other weapon does. And they all play nice together, too. Now, I'm just trying to find the workbench for this place, because this is actually a settlement. Although I guess I gotta shoot some more ghouls here first. Ah. Oh. Hey, maybe I should try out that, what do you think?
Yeah, why not?
Well, we went to all this time and effort to find it, Where is it? There it is.
Oh, you made him fall down.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. They're just helpless against that.
Yeah, and that withered feral ghoul is actually a fairly tough enemy as far as feral ghouls go, right?
Yeah, and you haven't even really had an opportunity to go back and really fiddle with this one.
Well, what I would do with this one, like I am kind of yeah, see that?
Yep.
He gets very little chance to retaliate, eh?
Yep.
I like it.
It's way better than the other one.
It's way better than the other one, yeah.
You'll have to go and improve this one.
Well, the other one has the mid-tier blade on it, which gives me the disarm effect, which is why you've seen me up against, you know, super mutants. Oh, there's the bench right there.
And taking their weapons away.
Can't use this until the fog is cleared. Okay, so
Boo.
there's like a larger Far Harbor quest type thing that I have to do in order to be able to use this as a settlement, but that's okay. Anyway, the other one has the mid-tier, if I can find it. Well, I can find it this way. The bone saw, right? It has the mid-tier blade on it, right? That disarms enemies.
Yep.
Right? And the top tier blade looks a little different, and it actually causes bleeding damage that will stack, kind of like the wounding legendary effect does.
Yep.
But I've left this one at this particular mod because I've discovered that the ability to disarm enemies is extremely useful, right? So that's why I've more or less left that the way that it is. And maybe what I'll do is, because this thing with the stagger effect seems to be extremely potent, is maybe I'll
give it the bleed?
Give it the bleeding effect. Because then that way I can stagger enemies and pile up the damage against them a little quicker too.
Yep.
Although I was doing some reading on this before we started this episode, and apparently you can randomly find rippers with legendary effects on them, although they must be vanishingly rare, because in over 12,000 hours of playtime I don't actually remember finding one that hadn't already been placed somewhere, right?
Yep.
Like, I don't remember ever finding a random one, but maybe I'm just not lucky, or maybe they are that rare. Anyway,
who knows? Could even be like a level dependent thing too.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it looks like I need to backtrack to the previous intersection a little bit and then head down this road here in order to get to Vim Factory.
Yep.
Now that we have found our harvester ripper, and that looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to play with. So anyway, one of the reasons that I waited till I was this high a level before coming here, of course, is because in the fog here, the ambient radiation is actually very high.
Yeah.
And having level 4 ghoulish, which you can't get until level 50, does is it allows you to absorb radiation without taking damage from it. You know, like each rank allows you to absorb a little more.
Yep.
And not only that, but the radiation will also heal your injuries. Okay, I think the road is over here somewhere. Wow.
You need to go left.
Further
left.
Yeah, further left. Okay.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also, did you say that you modified the ghoulish perk too?
Actually, I didn't. Somebody else did. I downloaded a mod that improves the ghoulish perk. Although, my very first playthrough of this game ever, like back many years ago, I can remember getting level 4 ghoulish and discovering that I could wander around even without the mod that I installed. I could wander around in the glowing sea just like this, right? Without any power armor or anything like that on.
Yep.
And it didn't really... Okay, well, they see me. Oh, there's one coming up behind me. Well, that's quite a variety of things there. Okay.
I guess the one up ahead didn't see you.
Guess not. Uh-oh.
It's always going to be a curse.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to make it to defend the Red Rock at South Boston because it's an awfully long ways away from here.
See, maybe that's why people would choose the raider thing. They just get tired of doing all the defense.
Maybe, I don't know. But
well, this is a road on the map, but I can barely tell.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is the road.
This is the road now. It's just that previously the road was there, but it kind of breaks up and turns into swamp for a little ways.
Yep.
That's why I say it's difficult to navigate in Far Harbor. Because it's so foggy and kind of dark and, you know, like even during the daytime, right?
Yep.
Try and wander around here at night, and you literally can't see where you're going. It's ridiculous.
Well, I guess all the more reason to get to the factory where you need to be, huh?
Yeah, well, we're getting there. We're not too far away now.
There won't be any getting lost out in the fog this time.
Uh-oh. That must be a super mutant hangout there.
Yep.
What? Who's there? Nobody here. That was an interesting contrast, too, is that I have actually encountered several super mutants and groups of super mutants in Fallout New Vegas, and many of them are smart. Like, they're just like humans, right?
Yep.
And they, you know, like they're not, you know, moronic brutes like these guys are, right? In fact, in Fallout 4, I don't think there are any smart super mutants. They're all pretty much like these guys. So that's just something a little different. I don't know. I guess maybe that's just peculiar to the Southwest or something.
Who knows? I seem to recall something vaguely lore related on that, but I'm not well versed enough in these games to really comment.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, okay. The soundtrack just suddenly did a weird thing, that's all. See, in Fallout New Vegas 2, they don't have this, like, really weird-looking spread crosshair deal when you're carrying a weapon around. It basically just gives you a targeting reticle, and if you want to hip fire, quote-unquote, well, you get a targeting reticle that's not too much bigger than this dot.
Yeah.
You just put it over top of what you want to shoot. Whereas this thing here, pretty much, you're not going to be able to, you know, hip fire effectively with it at all, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't know where to point it. And you can also aim like this in third person in Fallout New Vegas, but it, as far as I can tell, it doesn't really change anything. There's basically this, or aiming down the sights, just like there is here. But, I think we're almost there. This is a bridge. Yeah, okay. This is a bridge that goes across to where we want to go. We'll have a look through the scope here and see what's there. And I guess we have to have something to eat. Have some soft shell. No, that's not cooked. Can't eat that. What else have we got here? We could have some squirrel on a stick. How about that?
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah. What can I say? I like to eat. I'm a bit food obsessed, I guess.
Well, you get hungry too, right?
Yeah.
You gotta look after your needs.
I hear something.
Oh, okay. I guess this place is overrun with super mutants, huh?
Apparently.
And they apparently don't see too well.
I smell your fear, human.
Is this just how this is gonna go?
He's just, yeah, look at this. This is amazing.
Yeah, if only it did more damage.
Yeah, if only it did more damage, right? That's why you would, I guess, match it up though, and get the, you know, like the bleed effect for this weapon or something, right?
Yeah, he hasn't hit you once.
He hasn't been able to hit me because this thing dishes out so many hits, and I guess the stagger is not a sure thing with every hit, but when you dish out, you know, like 8 hits per second kind of thing,
Over and over and over.
over and over and over, non-stop, well, he just doesn't have a chance, right?
You hit like a rat.
Wow, this is awesome. It takes a while though, boy.
Yeah, you'll have to work it up, I guess.
Yeah, the other one, the bone saw, it chews them up a little faster because it has that furious effect.
Yep.
Whoops. I think I like this one there better.
Yeah, it'll stop you from getting killed by this thing.
Yeah.
There, you figured out how to solve super mutant
This
talent.
weapon is broken, people. It is. Like, totally.
Oh, and this is a vanilla weapon, too.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Problem solved.
Yeah, wow. That was amazing. I don't think I got hit once. Well, must have got hit once because I got some kind of infection now.
Yeah, you got hit once.
Yeah.
But once out of all of that? I mean, come on. That's just ridiculous.
Okay, I think I found my new favorite weapon. I am standing still, right behind these tires. You can come out anytime.
So there you go. Bethesda makes the most overpowered weapon in the game.
Spiders, human.
Or at least the most broken.
Yeah, boy, that was amazing. I have to say. We need to find a workbench stat. Oh, it's so... Oops, that's not the VATS button. There, that's the VATS button.
Out there. Somewhere soon, human.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah, there he is.
Couldn't even see him because Far Harbor.
Oh,
There. Now you've got him. As long as no one comes up behind you, you're good.
yeah. Oh, there, he got a shot off.
Well, just think about how much quicker this would go, too, if this was upgraded.
Oh yeah, like if this thing had the bleed effect on it, he'd be dead already, right?
Yeah. Also, I think the heavier blades hit harder, too, don't they?
Yeah, I think they do increase the damage a little bit. They handle these a little bit differently in Fallout New Vegas, too. They do have rippers in Fallout New Vegas, but they have the characteristic where they ignore armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas I think that rippers in this game don't.
And these guys are all pretty heavily armored.
Yeah.
But who needs to ignore armor if you can just lock somebody down like this?
Yeah, really. This is crazy.
Yeah, he's only shot you twice out of this whole thing. Well, and now he's dead.
Wow. Yeah, we'll have to call this the Bar Harbor Chainsaw Massacre. Remember we
Yeah.
had the... oh,
Hard day's try. Run away. Yeah.
okay, yeah, weapons with the bleed effect melt at pretty well anything pretty quickly.
Yep. See, imagine. Right? Just imagine. You get that all done up and you'll be golden.
Yeah. Well, I think it's nighttime here now. It's gotten dark. It took me all day to kill those guys with this weapon.
Yeah, but they couldn't do anything all day.
Yeah, really, it took a whole day, but they died. Oh, there's another doggy here. Oh, he went around the corner. There he is.
That sound. What is it?
What sound?
Problem solved.
Yeah, well, you know what? Overseer's Guardian is a pretty powerful weapon, too. That's something else I noticed, too, is weapon weights are much heavier in this game. Because I'm not sure what the equivalent of the combat rifle would have been in Fallout New Vegas, but I think probably the battle rifle or something like that, right?
Or maybe the service rifle.
No, the service rifle's more like a lighter weight weapon and a more modern looking weapon than the combat rifle is, right?
I think the combat rifle is kind of like a old BAR type of rifle.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess probably the closest approximation,
Someone there?
if you wanted to compare it, would be, maybe the battle rifle from Fallout New Vegas. And,
Which is kind of based on like an M1 Garand.
but the thing is,
Garand.
though, most of those types of weapons in Fallout New Vegas weigh somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds.
Yeah,
Right? Whereas this fully tricked out combat rifle, right, Overseer's Guardian, weighs like 20. And that's not even one of the heavier weapons, right? You know, like in this game, they have the quote-unquote assault rifle, which is actually looks more like a
water-cooled machine gun.
water-cooled light machine gun, right?
Yeah.
From World War I or something. And in Fallout New Vegas, you actually have an assortment of different types of assault rifles that actually look like, like AR-style assault rifles, I guess. Right?
Yep.
Must have been nothing.
And also the assault rifle in this game, one of the reasons I never use the damn thing is because it tops out at around 30 imaginary weight units worth of weight when you put all the mods on it, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just silly. It's stupid heavy.
Painfully heavy.
And, like I don't fault the power or the fire rate or anything like that, but, I mean, that kind of gun is something that I would have expected to see with, like, a bipod on the front of it, and you'd put it down on the ground and sit behind a pile of sandbags or something to shoot it, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's more super mutants outside here somewhere, but I have no idea where they are. I can't find them.
Ah, well.
Maybe they're up on the roof or something, and I can hear them from there, but I can't get up on the roof from here.
Quite possibly.
So I gotta find a way into the building now. Maybe we'll turn on a light here so I can see where I'm going.
What's that light? Must be the wind.
Yeah, there's no light down here. Is there a way into the building here? No. Nothing down here, I don't think.
You're lost.
I'm not lost. Look, there's a door right over there. I just had to turn the light on so I could see it.
Be hungry.
Okay, we'll go inside. So this might turn out to be a long episode unless we decide to break it off, you know, like right about now.
Ah, well. People like long episodes.
Yeah, they don't seem to mind them. Okay, well, I guess we came in from the Vim parking lot. Looks like what we're looking for is downstairs.
Straight up in the basement, in the factory floor.
In the factory floor, yeah. I wonder if it would be better to have...
A pop gun?
Well,
We'll try it, huh?
well, you know, leg crippling and freezing and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, the special effects, right? The special effects, I guess, are what make it worthwhile.
Yeah, the special effects are what make this gun worthwhile. I mean, it would have been better if I'd have gotten it on a shotgun, maybe, but, you know.
Hey, whatever.
See, the laser sight thing, I put it back on. Remember I told you earlier I'd removed it?
Yep.
Because it looks kind of funny when you're walking down the road with a laser sight on and pointing into the ground, right?
Yep.
Because you can't actually turn the laser sight off when you're not using a gun. But that's okay. We can live with that. And in first person, I guess, if you want to hip shoot, you can put the dot from the laser on the target you want to shoot at, right?
Yeah, and you can kind of see...
In third person, it doesn't really work, right?
Yep.
But in first person, it does. So
because of the angle, right?
Yeah, so it's basically, if you don't want to sight down the barrel or through the scope or whatever you have on the gun, because you can put scopes on these guns too, right? And if you put a scope on this gun, well, then obviously you lose your local field of vision, right?
Yeah.
Which means that it's hard, and it's also hard to aim a scope gun to hip shoot, but with this laser sight, I think it would make a good assisted, a good bit of assistance to help with those kinds of situations.
Yeah, because you could kind of tell where in that spread zone your bullets are actually going to end up, right?
Yeah. So if you had a scope on one of these guns, you could still use it at close quarters by using the laser sight. Right? And I'm going to refrain from picking up all this junk in here because I'm a long ways from home and I don't have any place to put it all anyway.
What? Who's there?
But we'll try and pick up things that might be useful. Anyway,
fight today.
like shotgun shells, for example.
So
You can never have too many of those.
Yeah. Okay, let's try this out. You see that?
Yep.
you hit like a rat roach.
Oh, you hit him right in the face.
Yeah, I hit him in the face. I think it's time to switch to something, though, that will finish him off a little more quickly, because
You don't want to spend 40 bullets
I
killing him?
don't want to spend... Well, I spent another 24 bullets killing him anyway. I mean, you shoot these guys with a .38 caliber weapon of some sort, it takes a ton of bullets to kill them anyway, right? Regardless of what you're using.
Yep.
Which is why I grabbed his weapon, because it helps to replenish the bullets.
Yeah, because you get the bullets out of the gun.
Yeah.
If they manage to shoot at you, right?
Gonna find you soon, human. Oh, leg! I'll wear your guts around my neck! This is no game, human!
Yeah, just shoot him in the face over and over. Cripple his face.
Yeah, we'll cripple his head, yeah. Well, this... There. Well.
Oh, here comes another guy.
Yeah. Wow, there's like tons of them in here. Uh-oh.
You had to reload. Oh, took out his leg. Oop.
You'll never leave here alive.
Oh.
Pay for that.
Having a hard time disarming this guy.
Yeah, well maybe it's better off if you just stagger him. Wow. It's really stagger resistant.
Yeah, he is. He's pretty resistant to that kind of thing, eh?
Must be all that armor.
Never mind. We'll
Problem
shoot him in the
solved.
Yeah, shoot him in the face with a shotgun. That was kind of noisy though. Yeah, he was tough. Oh, he had some 7.62s. Wonder why he wasn't using the gun, right? He's got a gun and he gets out this silly board weapon or yeah, okay, well, bladed weapon.
Bumper sword.
Bumper sword. I guess the bumper sword does more damage or something.
I wanted a fight.
Anyway. Yeah, it appears that super mutants are fairly resistant to the special effects.
Well, I think that was the first one too that you didn't stagger, but he also had the most armor on.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that has something to do with it too, right?
Maybe. It's hard to say.
Because most enemies in the game don't have that degree of armor on either.
Anyway, I think I'm going to go back to Overseer's Guardian here because it's punchy enough that it seems to be able to kill these guys. And I've got lots of bullets for it.
Yep.
Now I've got 2 quest markers. Why have I got 2 quest markers?
One of these things where there's like 2 different doors that you can go through.
Oh no, there, see, I got the Red Rocket Boston thing. Oh, I can level up. I should do that, hey?
Damn it, Red Rocket Boston.
Yeah. Well, you know what I could do is I could take another level of Rifleman. Right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I could get Medic as well, maybe. That might be a good one, too. Oh well, we'll get Rifleman. We don't seem to be having any trouble keeping up with the healing thing right now.
More damage.
We'll do more damage and also ignore a portion of a target's armor.
More damage, more better.
Yeah. Well, and the armor penetration thing is a nice thing too, right? That being said, I think I'm going to be probably hip deep in super mutants by now, fairly soon. Because I hear all sorts of
Big footsteps?
big footsteps. Okay, here's the thing we were supposed to grab.
Just take it and stick it in your pocket.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Uh-oh. Slow time. Or not. Just blow them up.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh-oh, here
shit,
comes
there's
another
another one. Yeah, let's go this way. We'll go this way. We'll go this way. We got a mine here handy. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, man. And there's a bunch of oil on that floor, too.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm being shot at by somebody again.
Oh, that was pretty
I
tense.
ran out of bullets. Oh, there. Yeah, I hear something. Oops. Oh, where is that guy?
Above you?
Up there? He is up there.
Focus on the one down here, I figure, first.
Yeah. The ones down here? Oh, shit! Wow, okay.
Oh, kind of lucky you were partially covered with,
Oh, there's an invisible one coming here, too.
Smashing, smashing!
Okay.
oh, you disarmed him at least.
Yeah.
Oh, and then here's a dog.
Wow.
Everything is here to kill you.
Everything's here.
Oh, somebody picked up that minigun, I think.
Yeah. That's okay. We'll go back this way now. Well, I got another pulse mine. We'll throw that in the doorway there.
And then almost get killed.
Okay, I've had just about enough of you.
Oh, dog. I think you need to take out and reload something to deal with those dogs.
Oh, man. It's a good thing I'm very heavily armored. Yeah. Okay. Damn it. See, this one does more damage more quickly, though, right?
Yeah.
Because damage stacks.
Well, the bleed effect might be a good one to put on the other one.
Yeah, I think so, definitely. Oops. Mr. Minigun is back.
Start reloading.
I am reloading.
See me, human! This is
Okay. Got any more mines? Drop a mine.
Do you have any more?
Yeah, I got a couple of frag mines here.
Careful of the oil.
Yeah, we'll just drop one there.
Oh, hey there, buddy.
What do you got? Okay. We'll drop another one there, just for fun. Yeah.
Oh, good thing you threw down the extra mine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's not Mr. Minigun. Wow, he took 5 shots from that thing and didn't die.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, minigun.
Ugh. Uh-oh. I just might be in a dead-end situation here now.
Well, I guess you'll have to slow time and actually kill this guy.
There. I'll shoot him in the face.
Yeah, it must have been all that armor that was disrupting you before.
Oh. Wow, look at that. There's like literally guys everywhere here. See, it's...
Oh. Yeah, you can't let those guys pick up the minigun.
You know why I'm still alive here, right? It's because I'm wearing 5 pieces of armor that reduce incoming damage from super mutants by 15% each.
Yep.
So I've got like a 90% resistance to
Super mutant damage.
super mutants.
Catwalk.
Boy, I went through a few shotgun shells here.
Well, they are. They're bullet sponges.
Yep. You are a super mutant. You are a pain in the ass.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know if I can even hit him through here, though, because with the amazing...
Power of handrails.
the amazing covering power of handrails, yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
what was that? Oh, I just walked into some fire there. Okay.
I walked into the fire and it burned.
Yeah, I might have to put a bigger magazine on this gun if I'm going to use it this way. I didn't bother earlier because I was mostly just using it as a sniper weapon, right?
Yep.
Okay, well. Not sure what that rattling sound was, but...
Probably a minigun bug.
Yeah, maybe. You get that from turrets every now and then. You hear that tick, 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 tick. You know, like it never stops.
Yep.
Then you have to restart your game in order to make it stop.
But I guess it won't bother you so long as you're not in the vicinity of the minigun.
Yeah. Well, we got what we came here for. Oh, I think I just remembered something else, though.
Oh?
Yes. There is another legendary weapon hidden in this Vim factory.
Well, I'm pretty sure you must have cleared out the factory by now, so...
Yeah, it seemed like there was every super mutant in the world here. If I can just remember where that thing is now. Because this place is very, you know, kind of like a big, gigantic maze, too, right?
Yep.
Multiple level, gigantic maze. Oh, now I gotta eat something again here.
You'll have to do a lot of cooking when you get back, too.
Well, I've got a couple dozen iguana on a stick yet, so that should be good for a few days. Looks like kind of where I... Okay.
All these corridors and passages are all the same.
Yeah, this is definitely where I came in, but maybe I go up these stairs here instead.
You really had to haul ass in order to,
Yeah, that was a mad scramble. Look at this. I'm back here again now, too. Oh, old rats, too. Oh, I hear little footsteps again. There must be a survivor around here somewhere.
or a few.
There he is, right. Oh, no, that's a set of power armor. Oh yeah, I remember now. I think that, oh look, a weapons workbench. Yeah, I wonder if I can do something with this now. I can put the curved blade on it, but...
Well, it does do more damage.
I need blacksmith level 3 in order to put the extended blade on it. That being said, though, yes, it does do more damage. And it will disarm enemies, so that makes it a little more useful. I've got 100 rounds of ammo for this now, too.
Yeah, I think some of the super mutants he killed had some ammo for that on it.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I was just saying, I think I remember now. I'm not sure whether there is a way to access this weapon unless you are following quest line from something else. We can have a look, if I can remember where the hell it is. Not up here. Obviously. If I remember right, there's an elevator somewhere in this place. It's going around in circles now, I think.
Well, pretty hard to navigate. Maybe over on the left here?
No, there's actually an office complex too in this place, right? But anyway, I don't know. Maybe we've spent enough time here. We'll have to do what we came here to do. We did what we came here to do. And, Vim Corporate Headquarters. Here we go.
Just randomly stumble into the office area you were looking for?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. If I remember correctly, what it is it's a combat rifle that shoots 5.56s. Oh, well, I guess we're going out into the parking lot now. But anyway, that's for another time, I think. Because if I remember correctly now, you actually have to be following a particular quest line in order to find that. And since we skipped a whole bunch of stuff, right?
Yep. Well.
And it's not that great a weapon anyway. I mean, the gun that I've got right now is better than that.
Overseer's Guardian is?
Yeah.
Overseer's Guardian seems to be better than a lot of things.
Yeah, it is. It's one of the best weapons in the game, I think. I guess we should have paused since we're going outside. Right?
Alrighty then. And we're back.
Yes. And we've just passed an hour. So
hear something.
I think we're going to maybe find our way out of this mess and start heading back toward Far Harbor.
Alrighty.
Oh, I think this is the way we need to go here.
Yeah, those guys on the roof, man, they're still like...
Yeah, well, this isn't that tall of a building, so I guess it's not too surprising that I can hear them when they're chattering away out there. Up there.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, super mutants now, because they have all of these, like additional armor.
And they're good armor too.
Right? Like the additional armor is something that will take away from your damage that you do against them too, right?
Yeah.
So not only are they bullet sponges with massive amounts of health, but they also are extremely heavily armored for as far as enemies in the game go, right?
Yeah, basically the only people who would be more heavily armored than them would be somebody wearing power armor.
Well, you can get, combat armors and synth armors and that kind of thing that would approach what the super mutant armors are, but yeah, then it's a pretty huge jump up to power armor, right?
Yep. But that being said, though, they are still very heavily armored, especially, I guess, if you're lower level too, right?
Yeah. But that just kind of goes to show you what resistances are all about, right? Like you find, or in this case, I made these in a mod that I made myself. They're a matched metal armor set.
Yep.
But each of these gives you a reduction of 15% from super mutants.
Yeah.
So, and I wasn't even wearing the hat, right? I had the hat as well. But basically that's 30, that's 60. 60% reduction in damage from super mutants. Plus I've got, ballistic equivalent protection to about what fully modded out set of T45 power armor would have, I guess, like the E version or something like that.
Yeah. But you'd still be, like, dead if you didn't have that super mutant damage reduction.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, damage percent in this game, percentage reduction from damage is far more important than the actual armor value itself, right?
And that's because of the weird logarithmic nature of armor and damage.
Yeah, actually, after having played Fallout New Vegas for a bit, to tell you the truth, I don't know why they went to this strange and complicated mathematical formula to calculate damage and armor resistance to damage.
Yep.
Because the system they had in Fallout New Vegas actually worked perfectly well. Whoops. And
encountering all kinds of nasty things off the road here.
yeah. I'm trying to make my way back over to the road without having to completely backtrack my way the entire distance around the island. I'm trying to make
Because you got lost in the
trying to
fog.
make it over to this road, kind of.
Yep,
right?
yep.
Because then I can follow this road around and back up to Far Harbor.
Yep.
The village of Far Harbor, I guess. Except that there appears to be a mountain range in the way.
Climb up that way. Over towards the right. Looks like there's an area you could jump and sort of make your way up. Just keep going further to the right. Further to the right, even. Past this big rock formation, it kind of narrows down.
Yeah, you know
Turn
what?
left.
I'm just going to follow the edge of the water around here because I'm thinking that maybe that'll be a little easier. I see a building. Okay. Still cliffs.
Oh, you could walk up here.
There's a ladder. I think I'm going to turn the light off, though, because where there's a ladder, there might be unfriendly people, too. But yeah, I mean, it was... The system they had in Fallout New Vegas was pretty simple. You had what's called a damage threshold, which was a number that was deducted directly from whatever damage was being done.
Yep.
And you also had damage resistance, which was a completely separate thing, and usually a situational thing. Like, for example, if you took Med-X, it would give you a temporary damage resistance, and that was actually a percentage reduction in damage from incoming attacks. And I thought that worked perfectly well without all this complex math and stuff like that. And, you know, they handled it by simply going...
Basic subtraction.
Yeah, basic subtraction with a minimum damage that would get through. Kind of like in Oblivion, right?
Yep.
You know, like you would also... You could get yourself as heavily armored as you wanted, but no matter what you did, you were still going to take a minimum amount of damage from any given attack.
Yep.
Okay. So, the red rocket... Uh-oh. Oh, that's not the VATS button. Yeah, okay.
No VATS button.
Oh, jeez.
Might be more of them around, too.
Anyway, what was I saying?
Something about the armor and then this red rocket.
Oh, yeah. The Red Rocket settlement guy put in a couple of Red Rocket settlements in Far Harbor. And he very cleverly managed to somehow clear the area of the harmful fog and all that kind of stuff, because in the normal storyline for Far Harbor, of course, you can't build any settlements at any locations until you do certain things.
Yep.
Which gets you access to fog condensers, which will then, make the settlement areas habitable, right? But these Red Rocket settlements are already habitable.
Little tiny pockets of habitability.
Yep, I guess so. Little tiny pockets that are free from the fog. And of course, I also downloaded another mod which allows you to make quote-unquote fog condensers.
Yep.
So they actually act as a water source. That's just bunnies. Oh. They actually act as a water source so that, you know, like kind of like a water pump kind of thing, right? Okay, so we just discovered the Harbor Grand Hotel, which appears to be a super mutant hangout as well.
Fight today.
What isn't a super mutant hangout?
I know, those things, super mutants are everywhere. Right from fairly early on in the game, and all throughout it. The only thing that happens is they gradually get worse, right? So that's one of the reasons why I made the mod that I did, because I was getting awfully tired of getting one-shotted by super mutants all the time.
Yeah.
No matter how much armor I had, no matter what kind of protection I had, it seemed like a super mutant nightkin with one of those bumper swords would run up and one-shot me when I didn't see him coming, or, you know, something like that, right?
Yeah, and so the solution, I guess, was to just get a shitload of damage reduction.
Yeah, basically, I've gotten to the point now where... Oops. Is that another minigun guy? Man.
Yep.
Little baby scared!
Wow, that guy's a sponge too, eh? Uh-oh. Okay, that car's gonna blow up over there.
Yeah, I think by the looks of it, that gun turret shot a mine that was over here.
Yeah. Well, that minigun guy is quite a ways away, so he was only hitting me with about 1 in every 10 shots anyway.
Yeah, he's not really trying too hard to come after you either.
No. So I think I'll just be on my way. Oh. It looks like there's going to be pockets of resistance everywhere, though. Where'd that guy go? Oh, there he is.
Well, they're hard to get a beat on in the fog, too.
Yeah, well, and they do that sideways dance all the time.
Yep.
And they're also kind of spongy too, eh?
Yep. That's okay, just shoot him in the face.
Yeah. Oh, now I've got another settlement attack going too.
Jeez.
You're
going to be running all the way across the Commonwealth off camera here, aren't you?
Yeah, probably. Well, I am going to try and make it, because if you don't...
They get unhappy.
They get unhappy, right? But every lengthy gun battle that I have to get into before I can get there makes it less likely I'm going to make it in time. Okay, I think I finally got the last of those guys.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder how the hell they can't defend themselves, though, considering the amount of settlement defenses you've built by now.
Yeah, well, what happens is the attacks just get bigger and bigger, right?
You just need to get a settlement with 9,000 defense. Or something ridiculous like that.
I don't know, I've seen pictures of people, because sometimes people will post their settlement builds.
Yep.
You know? And I've seen pictures of places where the turrets are literally side by side by side, right? Like laser turrets that are placed so close together that they're like actually, what's this key for? Trailer key. I probably don't need to open the trailer where the trailer is. See, they're dancing side to side on top of this thing here, right?
On top of this rickety set of boards.
Yeah, I had the three of them doing the clog dance there back and forth. Yeah, it was for this trailer.
Don't you just love lockpicking?
Actually, I don't mind lockpicking in this game so much. I mean, I could have installed a mod that basically eliminates the lockpicking mini game, but I figured that you know, I have better things to do with my mod space than you know, taking care of something that at least in this game is not that terribly difficult anyway.
See, what we'll do is somebody will make a mod, and it'll be a special mod made just for Sandman 99 and his enjoyment. And it will introduce a brand new lockpicking overhaul that will function exactly like the Oblivion lockpicking system.
Yeah, well, you just wait for me to counter that with a mod that bypasses lockpicking. Then every lock just opens, right? Actually, when I was still trying to play this game on my PS4 before I got mad and basically gave it up on it. The only mod they had similar to that was one that disabled both the hacking and the lockpicking.
Yep.
So I ended up with basically what it did is every time you stuck a lockpick into the lock, it was already at the open position, right?
Yeah. Well, that was something that you didn't like about the PS4 and Xbox versions of this game, though, is that they don't let you use as much of your hard drive space as you have available.
Yeah,
in order to download
I have
mods.
a 8 terabyte drive on my PS4.
Yeah.
Which is more than what most people have on their computers.
Yeah.
Right? That's absolutely ridiculous amount of storage. And yet, for some reason,
only let you use like what, like one.
they only allow you to use like 20 gigs or something of space.
Yeah.
Right? Which means that if you put like I like mods that do things like radio stations and things like that. And there was actually one mod, I don't know how they managed to do it, but the guys who did SynthStream FM managed to get SynthStream FM to work for, I think it was Xbox actually, because the Xbox has a similar problem to the PS4, right?
Where the storage space is limited.
Yeah, I have this ridiculously huge storage space that I'm only allowed to use like a tiny fraction of it for one game, right?
Yeah.
And so by the time you install SynthStream FM, well, you've used up just about half of the space that you're allowed to use for your hard drive on your console anyway, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which is why I basically abandoned the game on console and went back to the PC version, because
they shouldn't manage your hard disk
yeah,
space.
exactly. They had, as far as I'm concerned, I'm a big boy now. I can manage my own hard disk space. I don't need them to do it for me.
Yeah.
And especially when they make it difficult for me to configure the game the way I want it to be.
Well, and especially if you have 8 terabytes of hard drive space. I mean, they've got games out now that are like over 200 gigs in size, right?
Yeah, well, I imagine though with those games probably they would like do that. It's some kind of software control or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they would probably do that where you were limited to the amount of space so that you could just run the game and that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we've gone on long enough here, so we'll do one more episode to finish up the Left Field Diner storyline, and that will be the next episode.
All right.
As we make our way back to Diamond City, and then it'll be basically the wrap up for this. After which we will attempt to install the Fens Sheriff's Department.
All right.
But anyway, for today, I'm Sandman99.
And I'm Rec V5.
I hope you enjoyed this somewhat longish episode.
Have a good one.